Breakfast time, Gromit.
Another perfect landing. Your turn to make breakfast, Gromit. Eggs, I think. And toast with honey today. Step to it, lad. I'm famished.
Well, what did the postman bring us then? Any orders? Hand it over, lad.
Did you bring the mail, Gromit? Oh, I don't know. Final demand? I don't know. There's payment due now. And a disconnection? Nothing but bills, Gromit. I can't look at these before I have my breakfast. If we don't find some steady customers soon, I don't know how we'll make ends meet. Oh, all right, then. I'll open one, but just the one? Seems your subscription to Marrow Growers Monthly is up for renewal. Don't suppose you'd consider cancelling? Thought not. Oh, better pay up then. Now, where did I put my pen? Ah, yes. Any news on the breakfast front, Gromit? I left a note on the fridge in case you forget. Eggs, toast and... Don't push me buttons, Gromit. I'd like to help you with breakfast. I suppose I should at least pay the wool bill. Hey! That dog is getting a little too independent, if you ask me.
number, please?
Hi, Wallace. Manny here. Sorry to leave a message, but it's about that incident in my shop. That blinking mechanical mouse of yours has put me in a right pickle. Happening maybe a Sniffer 3000 with advanced cheese tracking capabilities, but it chewed through all me fancy tail and me red lister too. Now, I know we've always been on good terms, but this morning I find myself not inconsiderably discombobulated, and I can't let it happen again, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to say that with the deepest regret, and following police advice, you and your blinking contraptions are banned from my establishment until further notice.
That, Gromit, was the sound of my belly. It's saying what I'm too polite to mention. Breakfast is late. Honey piped directly from the source. Everyone in town will want their own honey tap when word gets out. Done to a turn. My compliments to the chef. But I'm still waiting for the eggs and honey. Cracking eggs, Chuck. But I can't break my fast without honey. I think it's going... Honey? How sweet of you, Gromit. Now that's what I call a breakfast feast. Wasn't so difficult, was it, lad? With a hearty plate of eggs and toast under me belt, I'm ready to take on the world. Gromit, I've a strange feeling this is the day our fortunes are going to change.
Morning, Wallace. May I have a word?
If it's about yesterday's little mishap...
Oh, no, you see...
I can assure you it was an accident, Mr. Pinner, and I'll certainly pay for the damage to your grocery shop. I was just putting the Sniffer 3000 through its paces. It's still only a prototype, you know.
Oh, I realize that, Mr. Wallace.
And what better place to test out a cheese detector than in a shop with such an excellent selection of cheeses?
Happened. But you'll still have to pay for the damage, I'm afraid.
Yes, of course. I'll put it all right. Though funds are, how can I put this, a little tight at the moment. Only until our new business is up and running.
Aye, well, that's what I'm here to talk about. I understand you and Gromit are in the honey business now.
Fresh deliveries daily, from bee to you.
Ah, well, perhaps I can help you get on your feet. I'm having my annual sounding of the Crumpets Festival, and I'm clean out of honey. Can you deliver 50 gallons?
50 gallons?
By tonight?
Tonight?
It'll more than cancel your debt, and it'll be good advertising for you. What do you say?
I say... yes! We're in business, lad! Heads up, no time for slacking. From B to U has landed its first major order. 50 gallons of honey by tomorrow. I want this place to be a hive of activity. It's your chance to show the world what sort of workers you are. They're certainly buzzing with excitement. Or maybe they're hungry. Did you remember to feed them this morning, Gromit? Never mind, lad. I'll do it. Flowers. The perfect meal for a hungry hive. The remote control for my Sniffer 3000. Too bad about the teething problems. Still, this might come in handy. Bon appetit. Oh! Not exactly a flood, is it? Flowers, Gromit. That's the weak link in our production chain. We need more flowers. Now, where can I find a whole lot of flowers in a hurry?
Beautiful morning, Mr. Wallace. I'm pleased to see you've emerged from your subterranean lair. Been doing a spot of gardening, have you, Miss Flit? Working my green fingers to the bone. But the hard work appears to be paying off.
Indeed it does.
Blooms everywhere. I call it my purple paradise.
It certainly looks delicious. I mean, I imagine it would look delicious if you were an insect.
You mean if I were a bee?
Well, now you mention it.
You want to feed my flowers to your bees?
That is, if you don't mind.
How many would you like?
As many as you can spare.
Oh, you can have all you want, Mr. Wallace.
Oh, much obliged, Miss Flit.
Here, you can jolly well grow your own.
Righto. I hadn't noticed those flowers before.
I shouldn't wonder. They're morning glories, and they're usually tucked up in bed by the time you emerge from your underground lair. Their scent is divine.
Attracts a lot of bees, I suppose.
Swarms of them, but I don't let them linger.
That's a healthy-looking, what do you call it?
Foxglove. If you want to grow them, you've got to know them. Such a fragrant bouquet.
That flower hasn't bloomed yet.
I know it hasn't, the lazy thing. Oh, but the wait will be worth it.
Oh,
This flower will be the pièce de résistance of my purple paradise. And the scent, absolutement heavenly. I'm simply mad about the purple pansy. There now. With hard work and a little luck, you should have a nice bed of flowers in 2 or 3 months.
I can't wait 2 or 3 months. I've got a deadline. This evening.
Oh, you poor, simple man. Nothing grows that quickly.
I wonder. Rex Armstrong's Quick Grow Muscle Formula. Watch them sprout in seconds. If it works on people, perhaps I could adapt it to work on flowers. 3 miracle ingredients. Grotein, Energize, Strongium. Well, I need a miracle, and fast. Shouldn't be too tricky to knock up a batch myself. Then we'll see who's got the grandest garden in West Wallaby Street. The hive will be humming in no time.
Caught you! Can't take an old soldier by surprise.
Morning, Major Crumb.
It is, if you don't mind enemy invasions.
I beg your pardon.
Didn't you get my message? Received intelligence of a major air assault. Expect the sirens to sound any minute. Hope you know where your nearest air raid shelter is.
I do recall something about that, but Major Crumb, are you sure you're not mistaken?
I know. I've made predictions before, but I'm not crying wolf. This time, I've got proof.
A jar?
It's what's inside the jar that counts. Incontrovertible evidence that the enemy is on the move.
Does it? I can only see a snail.
Of course it's a snail. But what's she trying to tell us? That's the important thing.
What is she trying to tell us?
Look at her, man. She's retreated into her shell in the middle of the day. And that means only one thing. It means she knows trouble is about to strike from the heavens. Law of nature, Wallace. Learned it in France during the war. Never wrong yet. You're looking at my case, aren't you, Wallace?
Well, I suppose I was, Major.
Bet you'd like to know what's inside.
I am curious, yes.
Ha! This case is packed full of government-issue Grotein bars.
Protein.
Rations, Wallace. Emergency rations for... emergencies, obviously. Been stockpiling them since the war. Enough nutrition in them to feed a man under fire for a whole day.
And very tasty they look, too.
Tasty? They're foul, but packed with high-strength protein.
I'd love to try one.
Out of the question, I'm afraid. You don't have clearance. And besides, protein bars are only issued in the event of civil emergencies. Orders are orders, Wallace. Go Good man, Wallace. I see you at least appreciate the seriousness of the situation. Now, spread the word. If people don't believe what an old soldier has to say, perhaps they'll listen to the snail.
You've come buzzing back, Mr. Wallace. As a bee to a blossom, eh?
I realise this may seem a trifle irregular, but Major Crum insisted I show you this. It's... oh.
A snail? In my garden? Have you lost your mind, Wallace?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I wonder where Major Crum disappeared to.
Wallace, thank heavens you made it to the shelter. I'd given you up for lost. Caught in the crossfire, were you?
Pardon me, Major. About those protein bars of yours.
Rations, Wallace. Emergency rations for... emergencies, obviously. Been stockpiling them since the war. Enough nutrition in them to feed a man under fire for a whole day.
And very tasty they look, too.
Tasty? They're foul, but packed with high-strength protein.
I'd love to try one.
Out of the question, I'm afraid. You don't have clearance. And besides, protein bars are only issued in the event of civil emergencies. Orders are orders, Wallace. By George, this is an emergency. Private Gromit! I hereby issue you one protein bar. Guard it well, and see that it lasts you all day. Wallace, here's one for you as well.
Much obliged. Gromit, old chum, slip me that protein bar Major Crum gave you.
You'll do no such thing, Private Gromit. I gave you your protein bar for the day, Wallace. I won't have you catching another from the enlisted men. I'm not sure. Salute when an officer addresses you.
But Major Crum, that's a...
Thank you. You've got to get your mind off the carnage up there. Would you like to hear one of my old war stories? I'd help pass the time.
Well, I hate to...
Of course you would. I brought visual aids. I can still...
Who's that fellow?
That's me as a young recruit, off to basic training. How I cried when they cut off my golden curls. but I cheered up as soon as they issued me with a beautiful set of dog tags. Dashed useful dog tags. If you happen to forget your rank or name, you've got it right there. Never go into battle without your dog tags, Wallace. Fifi, you found me on the battlefield, grievously wounded.
Now, there's a sight.
That's me posing with Mother next to my 40mm Bofors. Look at the size of that monster. Big Betty, we called her. The gun, not my mother. Fifi, you found me on the battlefield, grievously wounded.
What a face.
That's me kitted out for heavy combat. That helmet took many a dent before the war was through. Without it, I could have become seriously loopy. Take my advice, Wallace. Never go into battle without a regulation helmet like the one in this picture.
Sounds like you were quite a soldier, Major Crumb.
Well, Wallace, why the past tense?
Oh dear.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. Something you civilians will never grasp. And I'd be happy to prove it by charging into the fray. That is, if I were recommissioned and had a proper helmet with a cute little brim, and if I could find someone to take charge of this shelter and distribute the protein bars.
Gromit could do the job.
Private Gromit? Can I entrust my precious cache of protein bars to a Pongo? Perhaps so. He's proven himself a trusty foot soldier. Yes. If I am called away to the front, I'd feel comfortable leaving Private Gromit in charge. But I haven't been recommissioned. Wait! Careful, Wallace. You're heading into hostile territory. The enemy has clearly landed, and most likely set up camp in West Wallaby Street. Who knows what the Blighters have done to our once peaceful neighborhood? If you make it back alive, you'll have to give us a full report. In the meantime, eat your protein rations. The protein will keep your strength up, especially if you're captured. Brave lad! We'll keep the home fires burning.
That's the racket Gromit used when he took the cup at the Brambleton Open, Canine Division. Last night's bedtime snack. Gorgonzola makes a nice change from Wensleydale. So that's where the dog tags went. I'm sure Gromit will be glad to get them back.
You see, Private Gromit, few of those blighters, did you?
I found these in the hall, Major Crum.
Dog tags. I've been recommissioned. Bound to happen, of course. Can't leave good military material sitting on the shelf. My place is in the trenches. Yes, that's all very well, I suppose. But I'd need a good sturdy helmet with a cute little brim like the one I had in the war. Ouch! What did you expect, Wallace? You can't snatch a soldier's helmet like that and not hear about it.
My workers are very devoted to their queen. I thought you might find this useful, Major Crum.
A helmet? By George, Wallace, there's nothing like a good helmet. Makes a fellow want to put himself in the path of projectiles, if you know what I mean. Good heavens! I shouldn't be skulking around in a cellar like a frightened rat. I'm a soldier, by thunder! Private Gromit, I hereby appoint you officer commanding this air raid shelter. Here, you pass out the rations. I've got a war to win. Charge!
Now to get my hands on a protein bar. Gromit!
Hiyo, Wallace, Paneer here again. Just checking on that honey order. Almost ready, I hope. This year's Festival of Crumpets could be the best yet if your honey's as sweet as you say. So sorry I had to ban you and your inventions from the actual premises.
Hey up, love! It's Winnie from the newsstand. Just to say, the new issue of Modern Knitting's in, and I've put Gromit's copy to one side. Looks like a perler. You can come and pick it up any time.
No more bread. Cold toast. Shame to let it go to waste. It's empty. I could have sworn there was a tea bag left. Hold on a minute. Strongium. That's one of the ingredients in Rex Armstrong's Quick Grow Muscle formula. I need that tea bag.
Have you noticed? I put a new roof on Mr. Nutter's house.
Mr. Nutter?
Surely you're acquainted with our neighbour, Mr. Nutter, the squirrel.
I'm not on first name terms with any of the neighbourhood animals, I'm afraid.
What about Gromit?
Oh, no, he isn't either. Oi, come back here, you thieving rascal. That's my tea bag.
I won't have you threatening that dear little creature. Not while he's in my garden. You're persistent in your attentions this morning, Mr. Wallace. Where's that dog of yours?
He's in the cellar, supervising our bees.
You keep bees in your cellar? How very odd.
Oh, there wasn't space in the dining room.
Have you noticed?
Mr. Nutter?
Surely you're acquainted with our neighbour, Mr. Nutter, the squirrel.
I'm not on first name terms with any of the neighbourhood animals, I'm afraid.
What about Gromit?
Oh, no, he isn't either. Here you are, little fella. Try some toast.
Yes, do feed him. I'm sure the little mite's hungry. What are you looking for exactly? Back again, Mr. Wallace? I'm flattered.
I wonder, Miss Flit, if you would be so kind as to, hand me that tea bag.
Tea bag, Mr. Wallace? What tea bag?
The one on your, ooh.
Are you feeling quite well, Mr. Wallace? What is it, Mr. Wallace?
I need that tea bag.
I see no tea bag.
Right, there.
Where?
Sitting,
Sitting?
on your,
My what? The man is quite mystifying sometimes.
It's right in front of your eyes.
What is?
The tea bag.
Tea bags again, Mr. Wallace?
If you just look down, Miss Flit.
Maybe you'd better go and lie down, Wallace, until this silliness passes. You're not making any sense.
Perhaps you'd like to give the purple pansies a sniff. You'd have to, lean over, of course, but...
I see no point in leaning over and sniffing my purple pansies. I'm giving them the cold shoulder until they decide to shape up and bloom for me.
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business? Ta-ra! Bye then!
Could those be? I couldn't help but notice the flowers on your window ledge, Mrs. Gabberley.
Aye, lovely, aren't they? Bring a touch of summer to the town square. Especially the purple pansies. Always been partial to pansies, me. You should see the flat. It's full of them.
They're blinking weeds, if you ask me. Can't abide them.
Oh, go and suck a lemon, you moaning ninny. Oh, now look what you've done, you clumsy oaf. And open up that window when I'm yelling at you.
All right. But only to prove your insults don't get to me anymore. I can deflect them all.
Is that so?
I'd be happy to take these flowers off your hands, Mrs. Gabberley. That is, if they make your husband unhappy.
That's a good reason to keep 'em, to my way of thinking. But go ahead if you want 'em.
Much obliged. Pardon me, Mrs. Gabberley. I wonder, that is, could you spare a...
Verb.
Sorry?
Give me a verb, Wallace. An action word.
Oh, playing a word game, are we?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh, well, let's see. A verb. There's milk.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. Now I need a thing.
A thing?
Aye, you know, something physical you could touch.
Something I can touch. Mouth?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
How about savage?
Oh, that's a corker, that is. Last one, nearly done. I need another thing. Or like a person or animal.
A person or animal? Now, let me see now. Turkey?
Yes, that's a thing. Hey!
What is it now?
Your mouth! Your mouth! You savage! Turkey!
The turkey? Oh, the king of birds!
A good solid insult, I thought. But maybe we need to think different.
That was, an
Want to play again? I need...
How...
No, an action word.
Oh, yes, an action word. How about to grub?
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right, a thing. Mouth?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Mild?
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing? You can't go wrong with Dodo.
Yes, that's a thing. Hey!
What is it now?
Go grub! Your mouth, you mild dodo!
I am a bit like the dodo. Too kind and trusting for this world. But mild. That's a cruel blow.
He's proud of being nasty, that's the problem. But maybe that's his weakness too.
You've got quite a vocabulary, Mrs. Gabberly.
Another round now.
Got to run. I'm sorry, what was it you wanted?
An action word, you know, like run or jump or circumnavigate.
Oh, there's melt.
Fine, that'll do. Now a thing, if you please.
Right, a thing. Mouth?
Why not? Now a descriptive word, if you please.
Mild?
You're good at this. And finally, a person or a thing.
A person or a thing? Gentleman?
Yes, that's a thing. Hey!
What is it now?
Your mouth! Your mouth, you mild gentleman!
Hey! You do know how to wound a bloke, Winnie.
Got him that time. Serves him right for being such a grumpy old grandad.
Would you mind, if I, that is, could you see your way fit to lending me that pot of pansies, Mrs. Gabberly, for business purposes?
Business purposes? Well, be my guest. I've got bunches of them.
Pot of purple pansies? And mine haven't bloomed yet.
Miss Flint, if you'll just take a look at the pansies, I think you'll...
I told you, Mr. Wallace. I refuse to let those yellow hooligans have the satisfaction of... Oh, purple. You see? They're mending their ways. They just needed a firm talking to, that's all. Mother forgives you, you naughty little pansies. Sweet satisfaction, Mr. Wallace.
Yes, indeed. Very sweet. I still need one ingredient for my growth formula, Energides. I used the last of me Energides to fuel the Sniffer 3000.
Ah, Mr. Wallace.
You're standing in a puddle, Mr. Paneer.
My shoes aren't waterproof. Have you come to deliver my order?
It's not quite ready yet, I'm afraid.
You're not going to disappoint me. Not after yesterday's little incident.
Oh, no. You can count on from B to U. That looks like... Can it really be cheese?
Indeed it is, Wallace. Wensleydale, your favourite.
And am I to take it that these are...
Yes, free samples. Go on, duck in.
Don't mind if I do, Mr. Paneer. One for now. And one for later.
Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
If it isn't Wallace. I had a notion he'd be nosing round the police station this morning.
Morning, Constable Dibbins.
You're off to an early start today. Not planning any more visits to the shops, are you?
Oh, no. Yesterday was a one-off. I'm in town on business.
Is that so? Here on business, you say, Wallace? What line are you in these days?
Honey, Constable Dibbins, from B to U, piped fresh to your home or workplace daily. Do you have a sweet tooth, Constable?
Well, I have been known to dollop it on a crumpet now and again.
Then perhaps you'd like to subscribe.
I only procure my honey from reputable sources.
I noticed you received my petition for early release of the Sniffer 3000, Constable Dibbins.
Yes, and I notice it's attracted the signatures of just one man and his dog.
We're only appealing for natural justice.
But your blinking cheese detector thingammy, what do you call it, destroyed an entire grocery store.
Teething problems. It's still only a prototype.
A prototype? It's a villain, if you ask me. A diabolical device. You can see that in its face.
My machine isn't evil, Constable Dibbins. It's just got a short fuse and a few loose nuts.
We'll see. I'm going to formally interview this glorified tin can of yours, and if it can convince me that it's not a menace to society, then perhaps I'll release it into your custody. You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me when I'm talking to you. If that's his up. We've had our little chat.
And?
I'm afraid there's no talking to your sniffer. Hardwired for criminality, I'd say.
Must be awfully hot under that helmet, I reckon. A sunny day like today.
It's a trifle sweltering, yes. But danger and discomfort are all in the line of duty for an officer of the law, though most folk don't appreciate it.
Can you see fit to grant my appeal, Constable Dibbins?
Not on your Nelly. That heap of nuts and bolts is now but trouble. Couldn't give me a single straight answer when I tried to interrogate it.
It only responds to certain commands. I know, I programmed it. Perhaps you could try a gentler approach?
Well, I'll have another chat with it. More friendly-like.
Oh, yes. Much obliged, Constable Dibbins.
I ain't promising nothing, mind. Time we had a little chat. Look at me when I'm talking to you. That's more like it. Now you've had time to think, what can you tell me about what happened yesterday? Feel bad about what you did, do you? He's weeping. Maybe this contraption's got feelings after all. Now, I want a truthful answer. If I release you from custody, will you do it again? Well, I'll be damned. The prisoner has been interviewed.
Yes?
And having exhibited signs of repentance, I am prepared to release him into your protective custody, provided, Wallace, you give me an assurance that you'll keep your blinking eye on him. Or it. Or whatever he answers to.
Oh, I'll keep an eye on him, Constable Dibbins. You have my word on that. One dose of strongium into the mix. One unit of energite fluid for a creamy finish. Stop playing around, Gromit. Of all the... Request dispensation of Grotine bars, soldier. One generous chunk of protein to give it texture. Now to mix up my very own quick grow muscle formula. That ought to do it. No, the mixomatic's all mixed up. Stop! Stop! Help! Gromit! Oh, thanks, lad.
Checking to see if anything's sprouted yet, Mr. Wallace.
Well, as a matter of fact, Miss Flit...
Really? I don't see what you're hoping to... Oh! I don't believe it!
It works! It works! The homemade quick grow miracle muscle formula works! We're in business, lad. You see, Gromit, look where a bit of enterprise can get you. If I hadn't found that flyer you chucked in the bin, I'd never have been able to concoct my miracle grow formula. And then where would we be? You really must be careful what you chuck out, you know. Blinking Nora!
Oh, my word! I think I'm going to faint.
This ought to be plenty of fuel for the old pollinator. I wonder what happened to his little cricket bat. Awfully long drop.
That's champion, that is. 50 gallons of honey, and just in time for my annual tea and crumpet festival. Pleasure doing business with you, Wallace.
Always aim to please our bees. That's the last of our bills, Gromit, and we've got just about enough left over for that little holiday we've been planning. This year, I fancy Blackpool. Oh, yes, lad. I think our money troubles are over at last.
Air raid! Air raid! Battle stations everywhere!
Not this again.
Excellent vantage point. Prepare for a crash landing, you devils! Sorry, Wallace, but I'm going to have to commandeer your dining room.
Now, just a minute, Major Crumb.
No time to argue, old man. The whole town's under bombardment. But here they come!
What's an egg, Gromit? Giant bees!
Heaven help the good citizens of West Wallaby Street! Civilians out!
But
that's an order, Wallace. Private Gromit, kindly escort this civilian from the battle zone. For Queen and country, soldier!
good heavens, Gromit, you don't suppose those monsters have anything to do with our honey-making operation, do you? Bumbling heck! My quick grow formula, it didn't just affect the flowers. Just hope it's a wrong number and not more bad news. Yes, Mr. Pannier. Well, of course you're upset. Being dive-bombed by giant bees isn't good for any business. We're doing all we can to get the situation under control. Normal honey service will be resumed as soon as possible. With normal-sized bees. That's a promise. There's a giant fly in the soup, lad. And it's shaped like a bee. They're taking over the town. Time to read the Riot Act. I am their employer, after all. Oh! They won't listen. They're completely out of control. This honey business has a sting in the tail and no mistake. Oh! Do something, Gromit! Hello, from bee to... Oh, Constable Dibbins. I know Constable Dibbins. Yes, Mr. Pinnear said. Yes, I know, it's terrible. Oh, I don't know that I'd say that. Well, after all, it was an innocent mistake.
Really? Playing with garden gnomes while West Wallaby Street is under attack? To see how that gnome could be of assistance. He doesn't even have his little cricket bat anymore.
Private Gromit, it's looking grim out there. That's right, soldier. Help steady my aim. Bullseye! Blimey! Carry on, soldier! News from the front. Whipping the curs, are we? Good man, Private. Blast! Missed him. Confound it! Bullseye! Missed him. Blast! I'll be as aid to you, sir. Come back in the air! Blast it! Blimey! Confound it! Missed him. Blimey! Blast! Confound it! Blast! Blimey! Missed him! Blimey! Blast! Missed him! Confound it! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Missed him! Confound it! Blast it! Blimey! Blast! Blimey! Missed him! Blast! Got him! Found and got away! Confound it! Auf Wiedersehen to you, sir! Back in the air! Blast it! Blast! Blimey! Got him! Found and got away! Into the dustbin of history for you, my friend! Right where he belongs, the fiend! Bed the bounder! Try getting out of that one, fly boy! If you see that! Ha! Blew him right out of the sky! That'll teach him. A thrilling sight for you, Private Gromit! Why, I feel like a young man again! Calls for a celebration, Private! Meet you in the mess in 20...
if I could, I would. Oh, but it's not that simple, you see. Well, of course I'll try. Gromit will be happy too. Oh, he's very... Careful with the auto-flip frying pan, lad. The timer mechanism is very delicate. It's liable to spring at odd moments. Well, if I could, I would. Oh, but it's not that simple, you see. Well...
Yoo-hoo! Gromit! Up here! Now, listen to me, nice doggy-wuggy. I'm trapped in this tree by giant bees. Do you understand? You must take a message to your master. I need him to get me down from here. Can you tell him that? Oh, wait a minute. Give him this. It's a note. Oh, tell him to hurry. I can't hold on much longer.
Gromit's working on that. Constable Dip. Clever. What's that? He Well, if I could...
You're not some daft apers after all. What I said to you, I'll take it all back. You're a credit to the town. Just a minute. What's this? Ah! Giant friggin' bees! Oh my kitty heart! There's only one nincompoop round here what could have caused this!
Well, of course I'll try. Gromit will be happy too.
Somebody call the police! Get the army! Do something about these bees! I am stuck in my children cannot get out!
Hello, Chuck. You're not about to let a few hooligan bees keep you from your business.
Mr. Gabble here. I ain't much good at eating humble pie, but I spoke out of turn yesterday. You're not some daft apers after all. What I said to you, I'll take it all back. You're a credit to the town.
Well, fighting dogs come limping home. There now. Weren't so hard, were it?
Is that you, Winnie? Breaking code of silence, are you?
No need for silence now you've shown a bit of humility.
Humility? Me? Never!
Oh, you don't fool me. You're just a big old softy, and I know it. Hey, I need me head examined, keeping shop open when town's crawling with giant bees.
What's got into you, Winnie? Stay back, I say! Oh,
any gabbling!
Get these beans over my shop, would you?
Sorry for the delay, Mr. Paneer. I think you'll find the streets are now bee-free.
Thank heavens for the boys in blue.
Now, I'll have to ask you to accompany me to the station. There's some paperwork we need to fill out. Nothing too bothersome.
Happy to do my part.
It's citizens like you what make my job a pleasure, Mr. Paneer. What do you want?
Off with you now. Very busy at the moment. Haven't time for inquisitive dogs.
Oh. And tell that master of yours he left summat behind.
I know Constable Dibbins. Well, yes, like I said, he's very... Good work, lad. Seems you took care of the downtown gang good and proper. But so long as they're still supersized, our job's only half done. I'd better get to work on a reverse growth formula. You've pacified all the bees, Gromit. Good lad. I knew I could count on you.
Help! Wallace! Someone!
That sounds like Miss Flit.
Help! Get me down from here!
Don't panic. I'm coming, Miss Flit. Oh, it seems I'm underdressed.
Gracious!
Hang on, Miss Flit.
My saviour.
So that's the story, Miss Flit. I'm afraid my miracle growth formula led to some supersized problems.
I hope you're going to get rid of the infernal stuff.
Oh, I am. And rest assured, all the bees have been dealt with safely and humanely.
Well, that's a relief. But weren't you scared facing down an angry swarm of giant bees all by yourself?
Frightened? Oh, well, I was heavily outnumbered, of course, but they soon saw who was boss and that the sting was on the other foot.
I was terrified.
That's only natural, Miss Flit. Well, I had a twinge or two myself at times, you know, but keep a cool head. That's my motto. Look your adversary square in the eye and never let yourself get carried away. Put me down! Get off! It's Gromit! Blinking Nora! The Queen's trying to turn me into royal jelly! The ingratitude! After I've built her a hive in solid brass and a magnetronic pollinator thingamajig to take all the hard work out of honey making. Oh, I'm beginning to think I should never have mixed this growth formula at all. I ought to chuck it away. Hey! Easy, old girl. No need to get excited. Put me down gently and no one will get hurt. Oh dear, nothing in the beekeeper's manual about aerial abduction. Help! Help! Gromit! Attaboy! I knew you'd come through. It's the ladder, lad. What are you waiting for? That's right, lad. Now raise the ladder. Oh! That's torn it. The ladder's broken, and I left the spare at home. me a hand, Gromit. Phew! Back on terra firma. Well done, Gromit. Gromit? Gromit! You all right, lad? Oh, good show. We've made it through this little episode in one piece. More than I can say for the autopilot, I'm afraid. Look, the autopilot. Oh dear, looks like our troubles aren't quite over. Look out behind you, Gromit. Keep her at bay. I'll try and lose her in here.
As of a god to him. Smile of approval and a pat on the head to the dog. These are the greatest rewards imaginable. Friendliest of beasts, he will bear any amount of abuse or indignity, so long as he's allowed a place to curl up.
Give her the what for, Gromit?
And if he's ever separated from the master, then the dog becomes inconsolable. He would brave any elements, cross deserts and mountains, swim oceans, and be reunited with his master, the wellspring of his happiness.
Still plenty of honey in the old tank.
Across frozen tundra, through raging blizzards if he has to, or if his master is
Perhaps the honey could use a little kick.
Dog's ferocious loyalty. Among all the dumb beasts, he alone recognizes the natural superiority of man. It is his privilege to be counted.
Well, I'll be. That's right. I heard you from me. It was bewitched.
Give her a dose of her own medicine, lad.
I never. I've been a blooming angel all blooming day. Well, where's your problem? Come again. You've been blooming. Right, I must have thought you were a flower.
Bagged her, Gromit. Ooh, cracking teamwork, lad. Ooh, cracking teamwork, lad. I've done it, Gromit. I found the antidote to that pesky growth formula. Now we can finally cut our bee problem down to size. Though there is one small complication.